What I remember about the ice storm last year, was my whole family coming together in one house, because we only had one generator hooked up to the house. We all cooked together and we just had a good time.
Probably the worst part about it was when my electricity went off. Didn't have no video games, so that was pretty bad. And other than that,
what did you do instead of play video games?
Mainly stayed at home because there wasn't nothing else to do. Couldn't go outside too often, and everything else wasn't. Nothing was very fun at all. We didn't have no electricity. We didn't have no water. All we had was a gas heater.
One night I was sleeping on the couch with my dad, and we heard a tree fall, and the next morning when we got up, it fell on my brother's car, and a bunch of limbs started falling down, and in the ice storm by my nanny's house, a limb was hanging in the tree and it was about to fall on her porch, and my mom called her and told her to stay off the porch, and we had to use a bunch of generators, and we had to go to the school to cook, and we didn't have nothing to eat for a while.
We were in the living room, and my sister was in the room, and she ran in there, and she said that she heard a big crash in the room, and then we looked out the window, and a tree was fell on the roof, and then when we woke up that morning, the electricity was out, and
What'd you do when you didn't have any electricity? What'd you guys do?
Well, we didn't have any TV, and we watched TV all the time, so we could barely do anything. But my dad had a generator, so we could watch TV again. Well, one day I woke up and I asked my mom why it was so cold. She said she didn't know. So we went downstairs. I tried to turn the TV on, but it didn't work. And then I looked outside and I thought it was snow, but my mom told me it was ice, and that we were having an ice storm. And I was trying to go in. I was inside, and my dad, he said he'd have to go get the generator, and he got it hooked up and kind of hooked it up to my Xbox so I could play it. And then one time, I was sitting there, and I was asking my dad, please turn on my Xbox, please. And he said, well, if I turn it on, it might break it, but what would you rather have? An Xbox now or no Xbox at all? I'm like, okay, forget that. So I just turned on the TV, and then he turned on the TV, and I was just watching cartoons, had a blanket, and all of a sudden I see my grandma, my grandpa, my aunt, and my grandma and grandpa's dog come in, and it was me, and I asked my mom why they were all there, and she said because the ice storm and all the power was out. So, and my dog would keep bugging their dog, so they had to sleep downstairs, and we had to go upstairs, and we had to lock the gate so my dog couldn't get downstairs and bug their dog. And I had to listen to my MP3 player a lot. One morning it was cold in our house, and I tried to turn on the TV, but it didn't work. So me and my mom went outside, and we saw, trees falling, and the car wouldn't start. So we went to my grandpa's house, and they didn't have any electricity either. So me and my grandma went to Jonesboro and got a generator because Walmart wasn't open. So it took us about an hour to get it. And then my cousin came to my grandpa's house, and he brought his Xbox because he heard that we had electricity from the generator. And then we watched movies on his Xbox, and so we had to spend the night for about a week. And the next Tuesday or Wednesday, our electricity went, and we got to go home and sleep.